What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new episode of the 8 Below Show. Welcome everyone to 8 Below. Thanks for being here, guys, to the best gaming related show here on YouTube. And I'm super excited about our episode here today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it. Before we start the show for the day, guys, I wanted just to mention how excited I am about this episode of the show. Not only because we get to do another show for you guys, but it's also because Call of Duty Vanguard, of course, got announced. We had the Call of Duty League Championships, and I'm wearing my Call of Duty League shirt. It's a really great time to be a Call of Duty fan for sure, and I am extremely excited about this episode of the show. We're going to be talking a lot about Call of Duty amongst other games as well, so I can't wait to get started and get into this thing. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below about everything in the world of Call of Duty. What do you guys think of, obviously Call of Duty Vanguard, Call of Duty Champs? What do you guys think about it? I'd love to have a real conversation with all of you. Let's get into the show. Hood, Outlaws, and Legends is an upcoming title, guys, from the developers known as Sumo Newcastle, which haven't heard much about Sumo Newcastle, but nonetheless, guys, from what we've seen so far for Hood, Outlaws, and Legends, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty excited about it. But what I wanted to go ahead and do it with this first segment of the show is talk about everything that we want in Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. And when I say we, guys, I'll be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions. Some of those you may agree with, some you may disagree with. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So guys, I'm gonna give you the 5 things that I really want to see out of Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. But before doing that, I want to go ahead and just read about the gameplay, what we can expect from Hood, Outlaws, and Legends, just to kind of give you some context around this whole thing. So with that being said, this is coming to us from the Hood, Outlaws, and Legends page on Wikipedia. Hood, Outlaws, and Legends is a multiplayer action video game played from a third-person perspective. The player assumes control of an outlaw who must infiltrate a keep of an authoritarian power named the State and compete against a rival team to steal the treasure hidden in the keep's vault. The player can form a group of 4 in order to pull off the heist, which is 3 phases. The first phase requires the player to steal the key from the Sheriff of Nottingham, a boss character in the game. Once the player acquires the key, they are given clues regarding the location of the vault, though the opponent team would also be notified. Stealth is essential, as guards may call for reinforcements and close off certain areas blocking access to the vault. The opponent team can also observe the behaviors of the AI and pinpoint the location of the opposite team. So right there, guys, obviously multiplayer is gonna be kind of a staple of Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. And number one, for one of the things that I want to see out of Hood, Outlaws, and Legends is a full package, of course, guys. Look, not to say that multiplayer, I don't just want to see multiplayer, or I wish multiplayer wasn't happening. No, of course I love multiplayer, guys, but I also love a campaign. I also love co-op modes. And so a full package is where you get all of those things in one. Think of Call of Duty and games of that nature where you're getting a full package. Everything. It justifies the price tag and things of that nature. And so Hood, Outlaws, and Legends seems right now to be primarily a multiplayer experience, but I'd love to see a campaign, because think about it. When we think of Robin Hood and all those stories, I think they can make a really great campaign out of this title. And co-op to play with your friends as well is obviously a huge deal as well. So that for me is number 1. At number 2, guys, Hood, Outlaws, and Legends, of course, with this preface that it's going to be a primarily multiplayer experience, I really want there to be things that distinguish Hood, Outlaws, and Legends versus other titles out there. This is a game that's in the third-person perspective, and so I'm really hoping that, sure, maybe they can take things from other games, but I really want them to be themselves, because I think that's what's going to go the furthest when we talk about, the lifespan of this title. I want to see this title become a full-blown franchise. I think there's a lot of really cool possibility here, and I would love to see them, continue that, but I think it really starts with having a lot of unique elements to the title. At number 3, I think that customization is a big deal, guys, when it comes to a title like this, where there's a lot of options as far as customizing your character, weapons, and, all things in that realm. And I think that that would be something that I'm sure the developers are thinking about, in a major way of how can we customize this, especially if it's only going to be a multiplayer experience and they're not going to have campaign and co-op modes. I'm really hoping that they take their time and make some incredible customization options. I'm not talking so much microtransactions unless the game's free to play, but I'm more so talking about earnable items within the title. I think that would be absolutely awesome. Coming in, guys, at number 4 for me, the multiplayer experience, obviously there's different phases to the multiplayer. And this is more so pertaining to if they have a campaign, which I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that they decide to do a campaign at some point or another along the journey. I really would love to see an open world here. I think that this is the perfect kind of title to really explore this world. When we talk about, Nottingham and all the different areas within the Robin Hood universe, I really want to explore that in a video game format. And so being able to go through the open world and just be able to kind of go at your own pace throughout the campaign and story mode, maybe they're thinking about doing this in a way with the multiplayer, but I would love to see this obviously from the campaign perspective. And then last but not least, guys, coming in at number 5, I would love to see elements of this title be free to play. So if it's only going to be multiplayer, I would love to see the multiplayer just be free to play. And then, obviously having microtransactions are justified if you, make it a free to play title. But if not, if they decide to, charge you the $60 price tag for the title, then it would be awesome to see maybe the campaign or the co-op modes being free to play. What free to play does, guys, is obviously it gets you enticed to at least try the game and see what it's all about. And maybe you may find your next favorite title that you end up spending hours upon hours. So I think it's really good for everyone to have a free to play element to the title. Not saying the whole game has to be free to play. Think of Call of Duty. Call of Duty Warzone obviously is free to play, but buying, Vanguard or, the other titles that come out, buying those obviously are going to be $60. So you have some things that are free to play and then you have others that you have to pay for. So those are the things that I really want to see out of Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. What is it that you guys want to see, though? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Hood, Outlaws, and Legends content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. Leafy Is Here has been a very much so, guys, controversial channel to say the least, and Leafy has been a very controversial figure in the YouTube space and even on Twitch as well. And I wanted to talk, guys, about will Leafy Is Here return back to YouTube or to Twitch or where at some point or another in the future. So let's talk about it. So, guys, Leafy Is Here, I've said this many times on the YouTube channel. We've made Leafy Is Here content on the channel, and you guys can check out all of that here. But that being said, I actually, in the early days of Leafy's channel, I really enjoyed his content. He was very funny. I thought there was just, a lot of his videos were clever, creative. He had some interesting commentaries. But obviously, it seemed that over time, he got into a lot of the cyberbullying. He kind of got people to, start going to other streamers, streams and, kind of giving a lot of hateful, kind of conduct and things of that nature, almost just going over the top. And that being said, I always felt, though, that was part of Leafy's identity. He just kind of got to a point where there were things that bothered him about YouTube and about just the different platforms, and that was something that he spoke about. He just was open about it. He didn't really care so much about, policies and things of that nature from YouTube or Twitch, and obviously it's resulted, of course, in his permanent ban on YouTube. So obviously, guys, his channel is gone on YouTube, and if you go to his Wikipedia page, so obviously, guys, beginning in 2016, Vale was involved in several conflicts with other YouTubers, which led to allegations of cyberbullying. Vale was permanently banned by YouTube in 2020, citing repeated violations of their harassment policies. And so, that being said, Calvin Vale is Leafy's name, obviously got, banned. And so the question is could this be something that could ever be reversed where they allow him to come back? in my opinion, guys, when you talk about a permanent ban, I think it's pretty hard to believe that YouTube would allow him back on the platform. Even if he tried to start a new YouTube channel and everything, it would be shut down very quickly, I believe. Now, the question then is what about Twitch and other platforms? So, obviously, guys, Leafy Is Here, his channel was a drama, commentary, and storytime channel. Leafy Is Here mainly commented on gossip involving online content creators and made videos telling life stories. In 2016, YouTuber iDubbbz featured Leafy in an episode of his Content Cop series, accusing him and his videos of cyberbullying, among other criticisms. Now, in 2019, iDubbbz's video criticizing Vale was taken down after it was determined to be in violation of YouTube's guidelines. So that was a really interesting, kind of turn of events. And then on August 21st, 2020, Vale's YouTube account was permanently terminated. According to The Verge, Vale's channel had 3 violations in the previous 3 months, such as cyberbullying and encouraging viewers to disrupt other people's streams. A YouTube spokesperson said the channel had repeatedly violated YouTube's policies on harassment. Following the ban, Vale began streaming frequently on Twitch. He has also posted on competing video platform Storyfire. Storyfire is no longer around, guys. He also got into conflicts with YouTuber Ethan Klein, known as H3H3. And then on September 11th, 2020, Vale's Twitch account was also banned. Earlier that day, Vale had tweeted about receiving a strike on his account from Twitch for hateful conduct and threats of violence against a person of group of people. Twitch did not comment on the ban or indicate whether it was permanent. And so, that being said, guys, the big question here is, will Leafy return? And it's felt like there's been times where Leafy will go on very long hiatuses, but he always comes back in one capacity or another. I do believe, though, guys, that he will be in the scene one way or another, that being like on Twitter, that being Facebook, or wherever it is that he decides to go. If he wants to stream on Facebook, if he wants to go to other, platforms, I'm sure, guys, that people, his following, he's got a very much so cult following of people that absolutely love his content, and they will follow him no matter where he goes. Now, before his channel was terminated, guys, he had 4.9 million subscribers. That is unbelievable to think that he amassed that big of a fan base. And the fact of the matter is, guys, is that I do believe that part of the reason why he got so big so quickly was because of the content that he was putting up that was controversial, right? Drama channels seem to create a lot, they get a lot of views and a lot of traction. And, that being said, he definitely was one of the people at the forefront of that whole movement almost of the drama, content and, talking trash about other creators and what other people are doing and gossip and things of that nature. And like I said, I thought Leafy had a certain way of doing it that was really interesting and I thought very creative at times, but I felt that he just went over the top too many times. And obviously YouTube, with the way they've changed over the years and their policies, wanting it to be more family friendly, things of that nature, that definitely did not help Leafy's case. So the question is, guys, is he going to return? I do believe he's going to return in some capacity or another. I don't believe it'll be on YouTube, and who knows if it'll ever be Twitch or some other platform, but I think he's going to be in the scene one way or another, that being like on Twitter, some form of social media. So, like I said, guys, keep your eyes open. I'm sure he's going to come back at some point or another. It just probably won't be on YouTube. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you ever think that Leafy Is Here is going to return back to the forefront, whether it's on YouTube, Twitch, or another platform? Let me know. And for more content like this, guys, stay here with Zero TV. With the announcement of Call of Duty Vanguard, there's been a lot of talk, guys, about what's all included in this title. And one of them, probably close to the top of the list, is anti-cheat in Warzone. And so what we're going to talk about, guys, is how this upcoming title from, of course, Activision and just, in this universe, in Call of Duty, how it could very well change the game for Warzone. So let's talk about it. So, guys, in an article written by Matt Porter of Charlie Intel, a brand new map and an anti-cheat mode are officially heading to Warzone as part of COD Vanguard's integration. So cheaters, beware, because change is coming, and I'm so excited for it because, guys, look, I've been one that, it's been hard at times to play Warzone because it feels like almost every other match or every match, you're running into cheaters and you don't know who's cheating and who's not. And so it's been a real problem. And this is something that we've been waiting for a long time. It's better late than never. This should have happened a while back. But that being said, it seems like we're finally getting anti-cheat, guys. So Sledgehammer Games have confirmed that Warzone will receive a brand new map along with an anti-cheat system to coincide with the integration of Call of Duty Vanguard. So since its release in 2020, Warzone has cemented itself as the king of the Battle Royale, dominating Twitch and YouTube for over a year. Despite its incredible popularity, fans have asked for changes to the game specifically aimed at the map selection and lack of anti-cheat. So finally, guys, it looks like we're going to be getting that. So these prayers are set to be answered later this year, with Sledgehammer Game Studio head Aaron Halen confirming to Charlie Intel that a new map and anti-cheat are coming later this year during an early preview event for Call of Duty Vanguard. So early reactions to Call of Duty Vanguard, guys. And I've stated this many times, I am not a huge fan of going backwards in time. I feel that I really like it set during a time period of modern day or slightly in the future. Not jetpack future, but just slightly in the future where we have futuristic weapons and such. Keep it boots on the ground. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Looks like Battlefield's going in that direction and Call of Duty's going the opposite direction, that being back to World War II. Nonetheless, I'm not going to judge the game based on just the time period alone. We have to kind of wait till the game comes out and then we'll be able to judge it, because I wasn't a huge fan of World War II when that came out. I loved the campaign. Did not like the multiplayer whatsoever. I'm hoping this game, proves me wrong as far as kind of the narrative that I've been actually kind of putting out there, that these, the World War II titles have been overdone, and that I feel like we need to kind of move into, kind of moving into new pastures almost, that being more modern and futuristic. Even though we've had modern and futuristic games, I just like new stories to be told, not things that have been kind of done over and over again. That being said, let's talk about the Warzone map. So Verdansk has been home to Warzone for 17 months and is the only proper Battle Royale map in the game. While Rebirth Island was added to give players another option, it's smaller than the original map and doesn't feature as many players dropping in. Verdansk did receive an update to match Black Ops Cold War, taking the map back to how it would have looked in 1984. But players were largely disappointed to remain in the same location and hoped for a completely revamped map. So, finally, that is set to happen with the launch of Call of Duty Vanguard, with Howland confirming that Warzone players would move to a brand new map later this year, seemingly confirming that it will drop before 2022. Whether it will drop as soon as Vanguard releases remains unknown. So let's talk about that. So guys, I'm excited about a new Warzone map. My only thing is that sometimes you have to be careful what you wish for, right? We think of, a game like Fortnite, right? And everyone loved that original map. And a lot of people wanted there to be changes. And so Fortnite did make some changes, and they were drastic over time. And now people really miss that old map. So that being said, if they change the map, there's a good chance that they're not going to go back, that being in Warzone, unless they just make a completely separate map. Like you can go back and forth and play, the original Warzone map, which I would love to see like Fortnite do, where you could play the original, maps up into, how it's evolved over time. I love the evolution of the map, but I just wish that you could also go back and play those other maps if you'd like. And so I'm kind of hoping they do that here. But it seems if they follow the trend of what other Battle Royales are doing, the map's going to be totally different. And what we have right now, we're probably not going to see again. That being said, though, let's talk about anti-cheat, which is obviously at the top of the list here. On top of a new map, Howland also confirmed that a new anti-cheat is also coming to Warzone, as the teams who develop Call of Duty work to rid the game of cheaters. Hackers have become a huge area of contention for fans of the game, and while Raven Software have banned around 650,000 accounts, the cries for an improved anti-cheat system have been growing louder as time goes on. Whether Warzone will use a custom-built system or use existing anti-cheat systems like Fortnite and Apex Legends, easy anti-cheat has yet to be confirmed. confirmed. Along with these major features, Howland says Warzone will share the same tech as Vanguard to ensure seamless weapon integration and operator play balance, and will also connect to both Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War II. So it's very interesting to see, like, how they're going to try to integrate all this. I'm very excited to see that, because obviously Warzone started as more of, modern day. Then you have Black Ops Cold War, and now you got World War II or Vanguard. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they do this. On top of all that, there will also be an extensive calendar of free post-launch content, although a roadmap for the release of this has yet to be confirmed. So yes, guys, look, I'm very, very excited about this. Regardless of what I think of Vanguard and like the time period, I gotta tell you, from what we saw of the trailer, so the first reveal trailer for Call of Duty Vanguard, I think looked really, really good. Now, do I wish it was set in a different time period? Absolutely. We had Black Ops Cold War. I would have liked to have, a future game or a, modern day game, and then maybe we could do this next year, right? But that being said, we're getting Vanguard, and so now we just got to move forward, right? So I'm going to stay, optimistic, but cautiously optimistic about it, because obviously, guys, we've had a lot of World War II titles, but Warzone is what a lot of people are actually playing, overplaying like the multiplayer that is offered in Black Ops Cold War, and now what's going to be probably offered here with Vanguard. The thing I love, though, is that there's so many maps, guys, and I love that 2v2 gunfight is coming back. I absolutely loved that mode in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, so there's a lot to be excited about with this upcoming title. I think for me, though, the biggest thing is definitely the anti-cheat. I'm so excited that we're getting an anti-cheat, that now you're going to be able to get into Warzone and know that it's a level, playing field, and everybody is, obviously it's going to be all skill based, and that's what I'm excited about. But what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about the new map? Anti-cheat? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Call of Duty Vanguard content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. For those of you who have watched my YouTube channel, you know that I went for the Phase 5 recruitment challenge. And look, guys, I was really proud of what we did with uploading as much as we did, and the content that we created around Phase and around that recruitment challenge. And one of the big reasons why I love this team so much is because of one Phase Banks. Ricky Banks, guys. This is a guy who I followed for a long time, kind of watching him, over the course of his career with SOAR to FaZe, and now, I mean, it's like sky is the limit for him as well as for FaZe, and it's absolutely awesome to witness and watch. But that being said, I want to talk about in this segment of the show, will FaZe Banks return to YouTube? So let's talk about it. So, guys, one of the things that I absolutely love about Banks is that no matter when he would upload or whatever the case may be, he would sometimes upload very sporadically, and he would still get so many views, guys. He would have an absolutely massive following around him as a figure. I mean, I really felt that he was one of the biggest figures actually in FaZe. Of course, for how much that he would upload and just kind of how sporadic it was, I feel that he's built such a good culture around FaZe, as well as the other guys in FaZe, but he's done an incredible job of just building this brand. And that being said, when we look at his YouTube channel, he's got 5.26 million subscribers. And the last time he uploaded was 2 years ago, guys. The last video uploaded was Dear Tfue. And in that video, of course, he was kind of talking about all the issues that there were between Banks and Tfue and FaZe and all of those, different things that happened during that point in time. And I'm not going to go over all of that because it was a lot of drama. And obviously, guys, I don't really want to talk about that because it's irrelevant at this point in time. The fact of the matter, though, is that he hasn't uploaded for 2 years. Now, what do we know right now? Well, what we know is that Banks is still creating content. It's on Mom's Basement with Keemstar. They are still creating content. He is on social media. That's still being Twitter and such. But he's really slowed down as far as creating content, especially on his YouTube channel. I mean, it's been years. Now, will he return back to YouTube? I have to believe, guys, he's definitely going to return to YouTube at some point or another in the future. It's probably just going to be on his own terms, and he's probably just going to upload sporadically once again. On his channel, it says new video every Sunday. He wasn't able to kind of commit to that, very well. And so I don't believe it would be something like that. If he ever comes back to YouTube, I think he would just upload a video and, kind of sporadically upload as time went. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel that him uploading just in general gets a lot of people really excited. So I do believe he's going to return to YouTube at some point or another. He's on Mom's Basement with Keemstar, and I do think that he will come back at some point, but maybe he's not ready. Maybe all of the things that happened over the past couple of years, he lost a really good friend in Tfue, and, all of those different things that kind of ended up happening may have taken a real toll on him. Obviously, breaking up with his girlfriend and, the whole situation with Tfue, he may have just thought, I need to really take a step back here, and doing Mom's Basement is fine, but just kind of doing that and kind of taking a break, a long, hiatus from YouTube may be best for me mentally, me from just, all of that, from a multitude of different perspectives. It may just be a good move on his end. And you know what? Kudos to him if that's what his decision is, because if he just uploaded just him talking and rambling for a few minutes, he would get millions of views, guys. And obviously, Banks really isn't obviously looking for that. He wanted to create good content that people really enjoyed. And it's an unfortunate thing that, what happened, and, it's been 2 years, and I hope that he comes back at some point or another. But with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Where do you think he is? Do you think he's going to return back to YouTube? Let me know. And for more content like this, guys, stay here with Zero TV. Being a fan of God of War, guys, has been something that, has kind of been coming of age for quite some time. I've definitely enjoyed God of War from the early days of the titles, and then obviously, as the franchise has evolved over time to what we've gotten in the most recent God of War title. I absolutely love the direction that Santa Monica Studio has been kind of taking this franchise in, and it's awesome. But that being said, there were a couple of things that I've been pretty critical of the new God of War. Not so much the new style of the game, but more so that, it doesn't have multiplayer, and it's felt like there wasn't a lot of variety of the different maps and places that you were exploring and such. Felt very much like there was a lot of, snow maps and such, and, the landscaping felt very just cold throughout the entire course of the title. Now, sure, guys, the graphics are incredible. The combat was very seamless. I felt that it was, overall, I really enjoyed the story as well. But there were a couple of things that did bother me, and one of those, of course, is multiplayer. Not having a multiplayer experience, I really feel hurts this title, or really hurts the franchise as a whole. Because what happens is, guys, after you beat the title once or maybe 2 times through, you're going to move on to other games if there's not other modes outside of the single-player story. So, the last time we had multiplayer in the God of War universe was God of War Ascension. That came out in 2013, and the multiplayer was not, I didn't feel like it was that great, but nonetheless, they did include a multiplayer, and I really felt that they could kind of expand upon that idea and do a number of different things here in the most recent God of War. Now, on top of all of that, guys, we never got any DLC, any expansions from God of War, which was really unfortunate because, Sony Santa Monica stated that we were going to be getting, some DLC, and we didn't even get that. And it sounds like it's going to be something that we're going to be getting in the next God of War iteration, that being God of War Ragnarok. So, where is the God of War multiplayer? And will we see it in God of War Ragnarok at some point? And to answer the question, guys, it's really hard to tell where Sony Santa Monica is planning on going here as far as with Ragnarok. My hopes are that they make this a full package where you have the single player story, you have multiplayer, as well as co-op modes where you can play, Kratos, but you can also play his son and, maybe play together. And, that would be absolutely awesome. Kind of get, you and your friends to play together and then go up against, different waves of enemies, whether it's PvE elements, PvP elements, and multiplayer. I just feel that if you just have the story, sure, God of War Ragnarok is going to sell very well, I'm sure. But having multiplayer and co-op modes is going to bring you back to the experience over and over again. And that just continues to help build the legacy, the lore, the fan base of God of War moving forward. And so I would really hope that they do create another multiplayer experience, maybe kind of taking some of the things that worked in God of War Ascension and maybe coming up with some new ideas as well to kind of build off of and put into Ragnarok. It's an unfortunate thing, guys, that we haven't gotten a multiplayer experience in the most recent God of War, because I think it would be absolutely awesome. Even if it was just going up against waves and waves of enemies like in Gears of War in Horde mode, it'd be awesome just to do that with your friends, go up against enemies, and play against other people as well in PvP. I think that would be really awesome. And, I think there's a lot that you could do there that could really bring you back to the experience. And that's the whole idea, guys, of video games. Sure, we're going to get immersed in that story, and that's awesome. But I think there's other elements to it that need to be formed in order for us to come back to that experience over and over again. Another example would be The Last of Us Part 2. One of my favorite PlayStation games of all time, and they didn't have multiplayer, at launch. And so now, after you beat the game a couple of times, like myself, you're going to move on to other games. If they had the multiplayer, I would maybe, if the multiplayer is really good, I would stay playing the multiplayer over and over again. And, whether you're trying to unlock customizable items or whatever it is you're trying to do in the game, I just think it really brings you back to the experience. It keeps the fan base together instead of splitting everyone up into other games and such. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Where do you think God of War multiplayer is? And do you think we're going to get God of War multiplayer in Ragnarok? Let me know what you guys think. And for more God of War content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. With the announcement of Call of Duty Vanguard, I wanted to go ahead, guys, and talk about everything that we know about this title up to this point in time. I'm very excited, guys, to hear what you all thought about Call of Duty Vanguard and the reveal trailer that came out, and now all the things that we're hearing about the title. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So first of all, guys, the Call of Duty Vanguard reveal trailer on Call of Duty's official YouTube channel, we can look at the likes to dislikes ratio, and at this point in time, it looks like a lot of people are excited about this title. We got 76,000 likes to only 5.3K dislikes. And honestly, I'm actually pretty surprised about that, because when I look at, just overall, when I see, that this was a title that a lot of people didn't want, I wasn't alone when I said I didn't want to go back in the past. I'd much rather, be in the future, obviously without jetpacks, or modern day shooter. A lot of people agreed with me, but obviously this trailer hit something for a lot of people. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I really like this trailer. I mean, it was a fantastic trailer. I thought that the event that happened on Warzone was not very good, but I thought that this trailer itself was very well done. So that being said, it looks like a lot of you guys out there are really excited about Call of Duty Vanguard. And I gotta tell you guys, I'm excited to at least see how things are going to get, integrated into Call of Duty Warzone. I think the campaign is going to be absolutely phenomenal for this title. And hey, hopefully the multiplayer is better than World War II, because I really didn't like World War II's multiplayer. I did love the campaign, just not the multiplayer. Hopefully, guys, this changes my mind about going back in the past. That being said, though, on the official Call of Duty website, guys, announcing Call of Duty Vanguard, Rise on every front starting November 5th. Witness the origins of Special Forces in a gripping campaign. Become a Special Forces operator in adrenaline-fueled online multiplayer. Experience a universe-expanding zombies crossover featuring full integration with Warzone, including a brand new map coming later this year. So, this is World War II combat like never before. Witness the origins of Special Forces as you play a pivotal role and change the face of history, forming Task Force 1 in a gripping campaign across 4 major theaters of war. Become an original Special Forces operator in an online multiplayer rich in innovation with 20 maps available at launch. Prepare for a franchise-first, universe-expanding zombies crossover. Immerse yourself in a fully integrated Call of Duty Warzone experience featuring a new and massive map. This is the most connected Call of Duty ever, all powered by the next generation Call of Duty engine introduced in Modern Warfare, which is awesome. And the graphics are great, guys, in the trailer. 20 maps available at launch is huge. It's felt like a really long time since we had a number like that. I mean, 20 maps, that's absolutely awesome. The award-winning Sledgehammer Games is leading development on Call of Duty Vanguard. It is scheduled for a worldwide release on Friday, November 5th for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC on Battle.net. So, experience combat, guys, through an interweaving story of multinational heroes that form Task Force 1 and set the stage for Special Forces as we know it. So, what's interesting about this, the campaign almost reminds me of Battlefield 1 and that campaign that they had in Battlefield 1 where you would go all over the world, really, and play different characters and different missions. It was more like these individual missions than like an elongated campaign and story. So I feel like that's kind of the direction they're going here with the campaign. So the 4 playable characters, Private Lucas Riggs, Sergeant Arthur Kingsley, Lieutenant Wade Jackson, Lieutenant Polina Petrova. The 4 playable characters overcome the desperation and chaos of war captured by the Axis powers, each rising from the trenches to become one of the original operatives, the prototype for the modern Special Forces soldier as they fight for victory in tide-turning battles across the globe. So, through the gripping narrative and remarkable journey of these steeled soldiers, players will experience influential battles of World War II as they engage enemies across the eastern and western fronts of Europe and fight for the free world throughout the Pacific and North Africa. You know, it's interesting, guys, when we talk about World War II, you know, and we see Battlefield 2042 is going to be coming out this year, more futuristic and very different from other Battlefield titles, which I'm very excited about, by the way. I think the Battlefield 2042 is definitely a step in the right direction for the franchise because they've been asking, that being the Battlefield fan base, has been asking for a future title for quite some time. It feels like Call of Duty and Activision and Sledgehammer, you know, heard that Battlefield 2042 was coming as in a futuristic title, and so they decided to go World War II while, you know, obviously Battlefield is going in this direction of futuristic because they want to stay different and they want to stay competitive, so to speak. So if you want to play futuristic, you go to Battlefield 2042. If you want to play something more along the lines of grounded and gritty World War II time frame, you play Call of Duty Vanguard. So Call of Duty Vanguard is set to feature a massive day one multiplayer offering with 20 maps available at launch, including 16 built for core gameplay, featuring a wide variety of diverse environments. Prepare for adrenaline-fueled action, where intense Call of Duty combat is the name of the game as you rise through the ranks in your journey to become one of the original Special Forces operators. Awesome. That's one thing I'm excited about, is the 20 maps, guys. 16 of those are built for core gameplay. That is going to be awesome. Obviously, guys, the worldwide multiplayer reveal is coming soon, including information on the forthcoming open beta. Let's talk about zombies. So zombies, guys, we're excited to announce a franchise-first crossover as Call of Duty Vanguard features an all-new Zombies game mode with development led by Treyarch Studios. This cooperative experience continues and intertwines with the Dark Aether story to create deeply engaging lore, all while innovating on the core gameplay that the mode is famous for. Discover the unspeakable horrors of the precursor to Black Ops Cold War zombies while holding off the relentless onslaught of the undead when Vanguard launches on November 5th. Here's what I'll say about that. For all you guys that love zombies, I'm happy that this is going to happen for the first time ever, a crossover. That's awesome. That being said, though, I would much rather see Extinction make a return than zombies. And that's just me, guys. I really liked zombies in Call of Duty Ghosts. And I've been wanting to see Extinction for quite some time now. I feel like they could have really expanded upon it. So I would have really liked to see Call of Duty, Vanguard have Extinction. But zombies, it's still awesome that they're doing this as a first crossover. So Warzone, guys, is set to make Call of Duty history with a brand new main map launching later this year. With development led by Raven Software, Warzone will also feature a new PC anti-cheat system across the entire experience when it launches with the new map. Call of Duty Warzone will also continue to honor your past gameplay experiences as universal progression is set to continue. This means that players of Modern Warfare, Black Ops Cold War, and Vanguard can look forward to all content earned via a battle pass or purchased via a store bundle will carry forward. You can play one or all of the 4 integrated Call of Duty games. You can create Warzone weapon loadouts with content across Call of Duty titles. Full integration between Call of Duty Vanguard and Warzone will roll out when the new map, new Warzone map launches later this year. So, guys, it is exciting, though. I mean, I will tell you that I am very excited about some of the aspects and elements of Call of Duty Vanguard. Call of Duty Vanguard is powered by the next generation engine, first introduced in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, optimized to deliver breathtaking visual fidelity, a photorealistic world, lifelike characters, and impressive graphical performance that enhances gameplay. Call of Duty Vanguard is the most advanced Call of Duty experience ever, with Warzone integration, cross-play, cross-progression, and cross-gen support from launch. So, pretty exciting stuff, guys. Ensure you have the latest information about Call of Duty Vanguard by checking out the Call of Duty blog. Obviously, guys, the Twitter, all of that, it's exciting. Rise on every front. So, look, overall, guys, I am excited to see more, right? I'm excited to see what the multiplayer especially is going to look like for Call of Duty Vanguard, because we saw the campaign, and Call of Duty always does a great job with campaign. And Sledgehammer in particular did a great job with World War II. I think they're going to do great with this one as well. But what about the multiplayer? I definitely am interested to hear more about the multiplayer perspective and what that's going to look like. I can't wait to see the reveal for that, because if that looks really good, I'm going to be all on board with this title. Even though it's, World War II, I'm going to be all in. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comment section down below. Are you guys excited about Call of Duty Vanguard? Let me know, and let's have a real conversation about it. And for more Call of Duty Vanguard content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. And with that being said, everyone, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the 8 Below Show. And if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.